but no one knows what you are going through but yourself. What the heck is this? Like, ew. And that's from my left nostril this time. And when I was at the doctor's yesterday, he goes, "So how's your left side of your nose doing?" Like, because they didn't do anything with that one because they said they have to wait 2 weeks. And I go, honestly, since the first time I left your office, my left nostril hasn't bled like at damn. I wake up this morning. So real talk here. I don't want to go on and on about it as this video would be hours long. But my mom has mentioned a few times that I am depressed. And I always reply, no, I'm not. I say that I'm depressed like an everyday person. Like, you get depressed every so often, but I'm not depressed like somebody who takes medication, who sees a therapist. I would know because I have been chronically depressed as a child, or I was, not have been. Oh, same thing. Anyway, and I had, or technically I still have, I just kind of grown out of it, other like mental disorders. And I told her this, I am depressed for certain things, but it's like one of those, oh man, today was just this and that, I'm just really depressed, but then it goes away. But she was really adamant just to tell me that I am, in fact, like depressed, like I always have been, but I've learned to control it. And today it just kind of hit me to a point where I've been lying to myself and that I am depressed. After getting the results from the autism test, which is also about like mental stuff, psych stuff, I've always said I have a bad memory. And, people always hear someone say that, but they don't really think too deep into it. They just go on with their day and go, oh yeah, me too. Just like when I say I have OC and they go, oh, me too. And I'm like, no, I have a diagnosis. So like with my memory, I really wanted to see how bad it was. And I guess I haven't really checked that because I don't know how to. But this testing did check that. And I was, when I read what exactly what it said. And that was that the test showed significantly low memory loss scores. I was actually in the 3rd percentile, in fact. So that just shows my memory is gone. I don't have memory. And to read that last night, and one of the last things I remember until I passed out, and then waking up to my dad stating that he's going to this place, and I go, oh, really? And he replies saying, yeah, remember I told you, and me saying, Dad, and just as I've told you probably several dozen times, my memory is gone. I don't have a memory. It's like I've lost like 80% of it. I just made up a number because I don't know how that works. And he goes with like a very irritated voice, like, well, that's just not good. Like, and since that moment, he hasn't said a word to me. And he's walked by me half a dozen times. He just came to me and said, all right, well, I'll just see you later. Without looking at me, he like came to, I don't understand how he doesn't realize that I'm the one that has to live like this. And why is he trying to make me feel worse? Like, I am only 34 and I have lost so much of my memory. I don't remember my childhood. There's a reason for that. And for him to get irritated that I lost I don't have a good memory, he's not losing anything. I am. I'm losing my life. He's not losing a goddamn thing about it. Like, I don't understand why it's such a fucking problem for him. I'm the one who has got to go through endless hours of doctor's appointments, weekly, monthly, yearly, a decade. Like, I don't understand why this is so hard. I understand that family members have a rough time because their family member is going through this and they feel bad, or, they have to live with this person and they have to see the person go through it, or sometimes a lot of the medical stuff, falls on them, like me. he has to take care of my bills. You know, if something happens and he gets called from a hospital, it's because of me. You know, things like that. And I'm home all day, so I'm using the electric. That's because of me. But I'm the one who has to live with this body. I'm the one who's sick, and memory loss is terrifying. So I come to my car to move it, and I have a visitor inside my car. Kitty cat. This is one of my kitty cats. I brought him home from Florida when I moved back here. Come on, he's got extra toes. Can you see it? Come on, fat boy. He's 22 pounds. Come on. Yeah, typically he'll go in any of the cars and he'll just sleep and lay and relax. His name is Digit because he's got extra toes. Isn't that right, Digit? Meow. So I have mayo on this side, and then I put pesto on top of it, and then we have spinach, ketchup, and avocado, and then of course right now my meal is done. It's right there. Actually, I'm gonna get it now, and then there we go. And then this is my chicken patty. Oh, go. Oh man. So, I'm just trying to process that you, meaning me, are alone in this. Yes, there's family and friends, but no one knows what you are going through but yourself. You can only tell people what you are going through, and they can only imagine. They can only put themselves in your shoes. But that's not the same thing as being you. So, I'm headed to the doctor to look at my hair. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I'm brushing my teeth in the car. Hold on. I got mouthwash too, if I can open it. Does it burn everyone's gums, or is that just me? So yeah, so I have a toothbrush and mouthwash just to because sometimes I feel like grit and I hate it. And so yeah, I have that, and it's not the toothbrush I keep in my home. Whoa, it's a toothbrush that I keep in my car. So I'm waiting for the doctor, and it's funny to me because I am talking with the nurse. She's like, "Oh, why are you here?" And I'm used to. Why can't I speak right now? Not used to. I would think that they would tell you why you're here because they ask you on the phone when you get, do your, you set up your appointment, like, why are you coming in? So I even seen in the paper, it said hair loss. So she asked me, and I'm like, hair loss? Like, you already know that. Anyway, moving on. As I'm talking, I'm like, yeah, hair loss. And I'm sitting here, like, doing this, and I'm like, she's probably looking at me like, you don't have hair loss. Like, you have a lot of hair. Your hair is long, but, it's just a little funny to me because she probably is thinking that, and the doctor's probably gonna walk in and go, okay, this girl, her hair loss, where?
Any family history of hair loss?
Not that I know of. I mean, my aunt, she's almost bald, and she's had thick hair. Thick. Like headbands instead of hair ties, because they would pop because she had so much hair. And she's got barely any. My dad doesn't have much either. And he has thick hair. So I guess so, yeah. So, I am going to be starting a topical... Ooh, whoa, okay, my car is actually, like, locked. I don't ever lock my car. So I'm going to be starting a topical steroid for the scalps that are on my scalp, the scabs that have developed on my scalp, and to help with a little bit of softening my scalp, since I do have a lot of scabs on there, to help with the growth. And then I'm going to be starting Rogaine, which is over the counter, which sucks because I like to get things that I don't need to pay for, and insurance pays for most of my medication, actually pays for all my medications. And hold on, sorry, I'm using my phone right now because my camera's at home. So anyway, so I have to pay for the Rogaine, which is whatever. So I'm gonna use Rogaine, and the only thing I could have figured out the Rogaine, I guess I just was hoping that there's like a simple or an easy, like, here's a pill, your hair will grow back tomorrow, you know. But whatever, I'll go get some Rogaine and go pick up the other medications from this doctor for my hair. So I'm here getting my medication, and I am now sad because I had no idea how much Rogaine was, and I can't afford Rogaine, nor can my dad. I mean, it's $30. I mean, I guess it's not horrible, but that's, to me, it's expensive. I don't know, I'm waiting for my other medication real quick, the new stuff. This is old stuff. And while waiting, I'm gonna Google what Walmart's prices are to see if there's a difference or how much the difference is, and try to figure out what I'm gonna do, because this is just a lot of money for Rogaine right here. 100. But by the way, I'm headed to Walmart to go get the Rogaine. Because here at Walgreens, it's $32, $31.99 for the smallest container for, for 2 months. And I just checked online for the Walmart location, or any of them, and they are $25. So, because I don't see anything else. And this is the only... Oh! Boom! OMG! They have women's, and it's only one of them. Bleeding, and I need to go wash my hands now. So I'm trying to save him. I let my dogs out, and my cat was like running around in circles, and I knew it was something, and I thought maybe a frog, and nonetheless, I don't care. I would have picked him or her up. And it's a little mouse, very not moving. He's alive for sure. You can see his whiskers, they're moving, his eyes are open, but he's not gonna make it. His legs are getting tense and hard, and his tail is getting hard. This leg here is popping out, and it's like staggering, so his heart is giving out on him. In this, they keep him warm, and I'm gonna put him in my lap in the bed, or whatever I'm doing, until he goes, and maybe he's in shock and he'll come to and he'll just run off. He'll be in my house, of course. All right, well, sweet boy girl is doing very well. I am, well, I don't want to say 100% positive because I'm no doctor, but I'm 100% positive, I can't even speak, 100% positive that he or she is going to make it. Okay, guys, do you hear that noise? That, oh my God, I see his eyes. Do you see his eyes? You see it right there? Those dots? That right there is a fox in my backyard.
Why do I think there's two? Because I see two eyes. Or is it a coyote or a fox and my cat? Oh my god, I hope it's not my cat.
I'm holding back an immense amount of tears right now. So, after the quick footage of the fox, I ended it and I saw two set of eyes. And I go, oh my gosh, there's two foxes out there. And then I heard a bell. And my cats all have bells so that I can hear them when I'm calling for them. That bell got louder and faster, which means it was running because I can hear the body moving. And then I saw the fox's eyes that I knew for sure were the fox's eyes running and then stop. I didn't hear any squeal or any noises as if like an animal died. I don't know if there's a noise for cats. I know that there's noises when cats fight each other. I have 5 cats and one came in the house when I went looking. One was already in the house. So I'm still missing 3 cats. And I just went outside looking with a fox outside because foxes don't really attack people. And supposedly they don't attack dogs or cats because they don't see them as, something to worry about. But I've also heard that, bring your animals in the house because there's foxes outside. But I think that's more for coyotes. Anyway, I'm terrified. I'm really nervous that one of my cats is out there dead. And even more nervous that he's not dead. And because it's dark out, I can't see him. So I can bring him home and fix him. And now he's out there bleeding out, dying. And by the time I see him tomorrow, he'll be dead. And then I'll never know if he was actually alive while I'm talking to you guys right now. I'm going to be up until I get all my cats in the house.